Welcome to the channel. If you trade futures or you're thinking about it, you're in the right place. This is where we break down the markets in real time, analyze key setups, and talk about what really matters for day traders. No gimmicks, no Lambos, no lifestyle stuff. Just real market setups, real strategies, and real conversations. I share my thought process and exactly how I navigate the futures market, wins, losses, and everything in between. Whether you're a Forex trader switching to futures, a prop firm challenge grinder, or just someone who wants to refine their edge, you'll find something here. My goal? To help you see the markets clearly and make smarter trading decisions. And look, I've been where you are. The struggles, the lessons, the long nights figuring this out. That's why I keep it real. Because trading is hard, but if you approach it the right way, it can change everything. So if you're serious about improving as a trader, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join me live. Watch my analysis, ask questions, and see how I tackle the markets every single session. And if you're already part of the community, drop a comment, share your insights, and let's keep growing together. The best traders don't trade alone. Live streams, real setups, real talk. Let's get to work. I'm here to share my knowledge, my journey, and my approach to trading. But this is not financial advice. Trading is risky. You can and will lose money. That's unavoidable. The best traders learn to make more than they lose, but that's a challenge we're all working towards. Manage your risk, stay disciplined, and always do your own research.
Yo, good morning, good morning. This is Yo Javi, and I'm here. Listen, we're talking about the markets every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. New York time. New York time. Listen, we're here talking about the markets, and today we're gonna be talking about why the 1 hour time frame changes everything. And of course, we're gonna be looking at the market, like the live market. So I'm gonna go straight into it. I'm gonna share my screen. Right? Let me share my screen, and all right. I got some coffee here today. I don't know if you guys could see it. I'm not. I almost did this. I would have spilled it on myself. So it says obsessed. You gotta be obsessed. You gotta be obsessed about whatever it is that you're doing. If you are not obsessed, like you're not, I don't know, like I'm not gonna say you're not gonna accomplish anything. I can't say that, but it's gonna be hard to accomplish anything. You gotta like, love, and be obsessed with what you're doing. So, all right, today I realized there is something I haven't been doing, and I gotta do it at least today, because you guys have been supporting me. You guys are here every day, so I wanted you to see something. And I know you guys don't doubt me, but still, with Tradeovate, like I'm always pretty much already logged in. I had to show you that when you are going to log in, you guys already know, if you have like a demo account, that will be this simulation. But if you have a live account, if you don't have a live account, you're not gonna have this option right here, this live trading. You're not gonna have it. I think it's gonna say something like open a live account, but it won't say start trading. With me, I have my live account. I click on that and it takes me to my live account. So, and no worries, like I hid my my personal information, right? So it's not showing here like the account number, but at least you see that like I log into my live account. I'm not kidding y'all when I say that. So give me a quick moment here. All right, I'm back. So, all right, where is the price data here? Boom, there it is. All right, let me look at the chat real quick. So, my man's Fernie, good morning. How you doing, bro? How you feeling? Talk to me. How you feeling this morning? Let me see something. Looking at my phone, making sure that my stream is showing. And it is showing. Today, I'm actually on Facebook. I'm on YouTube and on Facebook. I'm not on Kick today. I'm trying something out, checking something out here. So, all right. Perfect. Okay. So, we're going to talk about the 1 hour, why the 1 hour time frame changes everything. And in the past streams, like you have heard me talk about the 1 hour being at least like the strongest time frame for at least for supply and demand, and for the way that I trade. I think that the 1 hour is literally the most important time frame, because once you start going up, yes, you don't want to trade against these setups, but the 1 hour will have enough setups along the way without creating noise. When you're on the 15-minute and the 5-minute, and I trade off the 5-minute, but there is noise. There is a little bit of noise. Now, the 1 minute, there is a lot of noise, but the 1 hour, to me, it has the right balance between quality setups and like just not enough noise. Like quality setup versus noise. It has that right balance. So, for example, look, I'm already seeing a setup here that actually won. Look at this setup here. This is on the 1 hour time frame. I'm looking at oil futures. I trade the futures market. So now this applies. I know it applies to futures. It applies to forex, and I'm sure it applies to everything else. I just don't trade the other stuff, so I can't say that, because I don't have the experience with the other markets. But a chart is a chart. Price action is price action, so it should still work, across the board. But look at this. There was a supply setup here on the 1 hour. 1 hour supply. Look at what happened. So the market came back into that zone and it completely wicked it. This wick right here, it means that the market rejected that zone, that whole zone. You got a full rejection, and look at what happened afterwards. So you know that I take my entry based off the break of the candle, the break of the previous candle, right? So this candle tapped, but it didn't break this previous candle, so we have to move on to the next one. This next candle here, so this one didn't break it, closed. This next candle now has to break this one, and it did. Look at this break. So when it broke here, it actually went back and it closed here, right? So it was in drawdown. This one went up into drawdown more, right? But then it just dropped. So now it dropped, and you could have closed, like, let's say on the 1 hour, this still won out of 1-to-1. If you go to the lower time frames, you probably got a better entry on this. But nevertheless, look at this. It won out of 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, meaning that for every dollar that you risk, you got a dollar back, right? So it won right there. But now if you actually if you waited for something else, maybe you had a runner, or even if you didn't have a runner, let's just say that you let it reverse on you, it almost went to the stop loss, but then look at what it did. This is why I love the 1 hour, because let's just say that you had a runner, you know, you didn't change the stop loss, right? This thing just kept dropping after that. Like, this was massive. Like, look at this. It went to 1-to-7, and if you were again on a lower time frame, you probably got a better entry. So for example, there was a 15-minute supply right here that it tapped into. So if you went off the 15, we already said it went 1-to-7, right? On the 1 hour. Yep, 1-to-7.62, around there. We go to the 15. On the 15, let's see what the 15-minute did. So it tapped there, right? This one didn't break this candle, but this red one right here broke the previous one, so this would have been the entry. The stop loss right there, it never got tapped. Never got tapped, even when it like came back. And actually, let's see what that first take profit would have been. That first take profit was already 1-to-4. And if you went here, you got your 1-to-1. Like, you got your 1-to-1 right away. Then you have a 1-to-4. And then if you caught the whole move, which is, I mean, and I'll be honest with you, this would be unlikely, because on this pullback, a lot of people would have got out. But if you didn't get out and you held, now you have a 1-to-19. Your money, you would have multiplied your money times 19. So if you have a live account, and let's just say, like for me, let's say I would have risked like maybe $50, sometimes 75, right? I mean, I go anywhere from like $50 to like 150, depending. So let's just say I would have risked 75 times $19. A move like that, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, but that would have been $1,425. So $1,400. $1,425 on this one move, just risking $75 on a live account. Like, that I would have been done trading for that, at least for that week. I would have been done. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? You see what I did? And before I say what I did, my man's Fernie, I'm doing good, just trying to be a sponge and get the most out of your videos, bro. And ask any questions, like stop me, like if something doesn't make sense, write a comment and I'll stop, bro. Like, I'll stop. But bro, this 1 hour, and anybody that's watching me, you see what I did? I went from the 1 hour, there was a setup. Once you see a setup on the 1 hour, you start dialing into the lower time frames. We went to a 15, and you had this setup that went to like 1-to-19. For me, possibly, being honest with you, I probably would have got out at this pullback, but maybe I would have took a re-entry. So the re-entry would have went down And if I wrote it all the way down, that's 1 to 19. So the 1 hour is really good for runners, because I do think you should close something out of 1 to 1, 1 to 2 maybe. Mind you, if you go for 1 to 2, you're not going to win as often, so you got to keep that in mind. But you should be closing something. And if you had a runner, like, you would have ate. You would have ate right here. And I would have ate. You know, of course, I didn't take that. This also depends on the time that it's happening. So this is like, yeah, this was like London session pretty much. So we go into the 5. Now, was there a 5-minute setup there? So what I'm doing is, at the start of the zone, I'm looking for another supply. There was a supply here. Did it tap? And he tapped. He tapped. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay. I know. And we're going to zoom in. We're going to zoom in. That was literally it. Oh my gosh. That tap. Like literally right there. Look. So going here. Boom. It tapped it perfectly. This is why I love, like, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like, hold on, let me fix this side. Okay, I have to start taking advantage of the 1 hour. Like, I gotta, and this is something that I'm working on. This is where I'm at right now, skill wise. I want to zoom out, stay on the 1 hour, not to take an entry there, but to wait for a setup, because it's less noise. The institutional moves are a lot more clear on the 1 hour. So look at that perfect tap. That means that my entry now, look at this. Of course, listen, hindsight is like 2020. Of course, you don't know this, but this is why you backtest, to see what, you know, what can happen. Now look at this. So this tap, like this candle tap right here. So the zone is here. This is the 5-minute supply. 5-minute supply right here. That's a 5-minute supply. It tapped. This one should have broke this candle. It didn't. So we go with the red one. This red one broke this previous candle, this green one. So right there. Stop loss right above that wick. So we could even put it perfectly, like right there, right? Oh my gosh. We're gonna see the whole move. Hold on. We're gonna break it down in stages, because we have to be realistic. Like, if you are taking that move, you're probably doing it in stages. Hold on real quick. I'm here. I didn't want to cough in your ears. So the first stage, like, look at this. Oh my gosh. Like, right off the bat, your 1 to 1, look at this. Your 1 to 1 was like right there. It went straight to take profit. That's your 1 to 1. If you go to 1 to 2, look at it right here. Like, it didn't struggle. It did not struggle. 1 to 2. Now, this first move, realistically, you got a 1 to 4. It pulled back. If you waited for the pullback and let it drop again, now you're really eating right here. Like, that's already, like, a lot of people would have had a runner like this. 1 to 11. You would have multiplied your money by 11. Now, let's just say, now this is unlikely. I gotta say it is unlikely. A lot of people won't wait for this whole thing to pull back, go to the entry and wait for all of that. But let's just say that you're holding, like, that you have a runner that you're holding, that you're just letting it go either to the stop loss or you just letting it run, right? That whole move. Look at this. Now this comes with back testing. I probably would have not caught this either, but we got to look at what the whole move did. The whole move did 1 to 44. Now, that same $75, let's say I would have held that. That would have been $3,300. This is why you have to backtest, because once you backtest, you, like, for example, a pullback like this might not scare you anymore. Of course, this pullback could have just stopped you out. We gotta say it. It could have stopped you out. This whole thing here could have stopped you out, but you know, some people might have held. So back test. But the 1 hour really, like, look at that precision of the 1 hour. Like, just looking at this tab should, like, it should let you know a lot. Remember, we went from the 1 hour, right, to the 5 minute, and down to the 5 minute is almost like they timed this like to a mathematical point. Like, to me, this had to be an algorithm. They closed that gap completely, like this whole gap. They closed it right here to the 5 minute supply, and it dropped. Good morning, Vashi. Good morning. We're talking about the 1 hour. So why the 1 hour time frame changes everything. This right here changes everything. When you start taking advantage of moves like this, and me, like, I have not, and I know that the 1 hour is strong, right? But I have not been taking advantage of this. And maybe because I needed to even backtest more, but seeing the precision here, like, this is sniper stuff, like sniper entry stuff. Look at that. I haven't seen anything more beautiful than this. And you know what? I'm going to do something for you guys. I'm going to copy the link, and I want you guys to study for yourself. I'm going to share the link. Let me know if you got it. I just posted it on the chat. Let me know if you got it. Oh, this coffee's hitting right now. When you click on it, it should do this. It should show up like this for you. I want you to have this as a reference to see the power, the precision of what the 1 hour does. Like, look at that. It just went like, it did a whole U. It did a U, closed that gap to perfection, and it dropped. So let's talk about it. Yep, you got it. Perfect. Like, save it as a reference. Bookmark it, like, just bookmark it to really internalize why the 1 hour. And I'm not saying don't take the entry of the 1 hour unless you're a swing trader. If you're a scalper, you do not take the entry off of the 1 hour. But you saw what I did. You saw what I did from the 1 hour. I started looking. So this was a supply, right? Look at this. Once I went from the 1 hour to the 15 and the 5, look at that entry. That's a sniper entry right there. Start from the 1 hour, work your way down to the entry, but you gotta have high probability zones. Like, let's say that there was not a high probability zone on the 15, but there was a high probability supply on the 5, I'll still take it. But if there's no high probability supply, in this case, on the 15 minute and on the 5, then you just don't take it. Like, it's like, this is high probability for a reason. And it was so high probability that it closed the gap perfectly and it dropped. So, any questions about that? I'll be looking at the chat for questions. But let me give you some reasons as to why the 1 hour time frame changes everything. So this is visual, right? But I have some notes. So number one, it balances. So there is balance between noise and clarity. Again, like, you're filtering out all of the BS, all of the fakeness, like the fake outs. You're clearing that, all of that stuff. Of course, I'm not saying to a perfection. I'm not saying to a side. Now, this was to a perfection, but I'm not saying that you don't get fake outs. No, but it's less likely, less often. So you're getting more clarity on the 1 hour. Now, so let me go back to the 1 hour. Now, can you get more clarity on the 4 and the daily? You can, but now you're waiting a lot more. Like, you got to understand, a 4 hour candle pretty much covers one trading session. So like New York session, it starts at 9:30. So 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, that third candle, like, the volume is already down, right? So, and I didn't go through the 4 candles, but you get the point. Like, this is why, like, these higher time frames, they are important, but you're less likely to be affected by them during your trading session. So, And again, that don't mean you won't be affected. Do not trade against those higher time frame zones. But still, the 1 hour is that perfect balance. Like, it's the perfect balance between noise and clarity. So yeah, it provides a clear structure for identifying real supply and demand zones or market structure shifts, right? Also, the 1 hour gives you time-based, or it gives you that time-based psychological edge. Why? Because when you're looking at a 1 hour, so like right now it's 8:57 where I'm at, right, in Florida, 8:57 a.m. If you look at this, so London session started at 3 a.m., right? So at 3 a.m., and now I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's clear up the chart. At 3 a.m., right, the market went down a little bit, but it ended up bullish, right? Then at 4 a.m., the market dropped. 5 a.m., the market dropped. So there was a lot of sellers here. Now, not enough to really create a big push, but sellers were dominating. But what happened at 6? You got to start thinking. 6 a.m., this is already overlapping. It's starting to overlap with the New York session. At 6 a.m., you're getting bulls. You're getting people buying. Institutions, people. Well, technically, institutions, they're not supposed to really come in until 9:30. Well, the New York session ones. But here, look, London session, you are getting volume to the upside. So 6 a.m., you got bulls. 7 a.m., the market is bullish. 8 a.m. right now, the market is bullish. So by the time 9 a.m. comes, there is a supply setup here, but this is low probability. As of right now, you're seeing bulls building up, buying building up. You're seeing that. So right now for oil, when 9 o'clock comes, because in about 2 minutes, we're gonna see that, what that candle does. And of course, it's gonna take a whole hour. So within that candle, I would probably be looking for buys. But what I would do when you backtest, look at back testing, or just looking back left on the 1 hour would have told me to look for a high probability A plus trade on the 15-minute or 5-minute short sale. Yep, you got it. That's what it is. Exactly. You're back testing and you're looking for setups. And like right now, for example, if this setup here, so for example, if this setup would have been high probability, this one, if this would have been high probability, right, on the 1 hour, it's not. Hold on, let me actually double check. You see, some of these setups, when they have a bunch of candles inside, it doesn't mean it's not high probability. It's actually the gap has to be in front of the zone. So right here, there is actually a gap. There is a gap. Look, there is no price action from the front of the zone right here to this candle. That's a gap. So that's actually high probability. So technically, even though the market is bullish, it is inside of a 1 hour supply zone. You do not want to trade against it. It doesn't mean it will hold. But look, right now, look at this. The 1 hour, it tapped that zone and it's now turning around. So, whoa, 9 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock. Let's go to the 5. It's probably going to break that supply. It's going to invalidate it probably. Or not. It's still not invalid. But you see, people don't believe me when I say that 9 o'clock is the oil open. Tell me this is not an open. Like, that's an open. You saw that in real time. You saw how it went like, whoop. Like that candle just, whoop. Come on. I trade oil. And I haven't been to Dubai, but I should go. Or Texas. They got oil refineries and everything there, but look at that. But now it's still holding. Even if this supply zone gets invalidated, you can't tell me that there was no sellers here. Look, there was still sellers. And at this point, if it turns around and it breaks here, and technically on the 5-minute, this is a liquidity grab. Look at this. All of these candles, none of them close above this. This one took Well, almost took this, but still, it's all the way up in that liquidity zone. So if it actually breaks this candle here, that would be an entry, but the stop loss would be too big, because technically the stop loss would need to be above that, like above that candle, and that's too big. That's for oil. 67 ticks, you know, it's not normal. Like your 1-to-1 would need to be, you know, the same 67 ticks. So that's not a setup I would take, but nevertheless, it's still holding. It's still holding. Do I expect it to hold? Probably not, because it went way too close to the end of the box, to the end of the zone. So when you combine that with this bullish move right here, this high probability zone is probably going to be invalidated. Now this one right here is definitely low probability. If I drew a zone here, this one is low probability because of this wick right here. That makes it low probability. Yeah, that's a low probability zone, supply zone. This one I don't expect it to hold, so I'm seeing this bullish move, but we'll see. You just gotta let the market talk to you. Let the market speak to you. Don't assume what it's gonna do. See what it's actually doing. All right, let's see. Okay. So we just have to wait. It's 9 o'clock, right? Still inside of this zone. We go to the 15. Is there a setup here? Because maybe we could capitalize off of something. And I'm ready to trade, but on the 15, that still did not fully take this wick out. So, you know what would be beautiful? And I would actually consider this. If this candle closes here, this next one doesn't break it. So something like this. Let me show you. So this next candle does something like this. Like it opens here, right? Doesn't break it. Now this next one breaks this candle. Like this candle gets broken by this next one. At that point, I could put the stop loss right here. And that's something to consider, because we have the 1 hour supply. We have all this liquidity being taken. So that's something to consider. The only thing is that you have this whole bullish move against you. So I'm not taking that. But I'm just going through the thought process. Like if you take sales, it would be because of these confluences. Am I trusting sales right now? No. This almost looks like the 3 little soldiers, like candlestick pattern. Let me look that up. Let me look that up right now. 3 little soldiers, I think it's called. Something like that. Or candlestick pattern. Three white soldiers. 3 white soldiers. Let's look it up here. Let me show you what that looks like. 3 white soldiers. Candlestick pattern. Okay. You see this? Like it almost looks like that. Not perfectly, but look at that. 1, 2, 3. And it might be. I mean, it's, to me, you're never gonna get a perfect pattern like this, but pretty much the last one is larger than the other ones. Like you're getting a momentum candle there, and well, technically the momentum candle is on the first one, but nevertheless, we got that pattern here. We got that pattern, not perfectly, but the 3 white soldiers are here. So I wouldn't take sales right now. You got to combine all of your confluences before you take a trade. You have to combine all of your confluences. And at the end of the day, you got to trust your plan. You have to trust your A+ setups. If it's not A plus, I would not recommend taking it unless you want, or you don't care losing money, which there have been times when I haven't cared and I actually want to see how the trade plays out with risk, like not just forward testing, but actually putting some money behind it. I have done that. And there's nothing wrong with that, because if it goes your way, it's paying you, and at least it's helping you develop an edge. If you try, like, the edge, you're gonna develop it when you learn to trust yourself, to trust the opportunities that you are seeing in the market. That's really your edge. To me, your edge is not necessarily like supply and demand. It's not necessarily my edge. My edge is recognizing an opportunity and taking it. If you recognize an opportunity, take it. If you lose, it's okay. It was still an opportunity. Not every opportunity plays out. Does that make sense? Like, am I making sense to you? Or am I just talking to myself? Let me know. I want to see, am I talking to myself? So, let me see. Okay, so right now, again, I'm waiting. I would like to trade take an oil setup. And real quick, I gotta say something in Spanish because my father-in-law might be watching right now on Facebook. I see them. So give me just 30 seconds of Spanish. I'll go back to English. So, mi suegro, si me está viendo, el obispo Javier Rodríguez, le mando saludos. No sé si me estás viendo, pero si me estás viendo, pues sabes que te envío saludos, te quiero mucho. Nada, estamos aquí pronto hago algo en español. So, creo que te veo aquí en Facebook. But all right, going back to to English. And I think I will be doing some Spanish streams, maybe like at another time, so it doesn't get confusing. I might be doing some Spanish streams or a Spanish course. I don't know. I might be doing something in Spanish too. But right now we got this pattern. We got this pattern right here, right? We just have to wait. We don't see anything clean. I guess the cleanest setup here would be, and this is on the 1 hour. This is beautiful. This setup is beautiful because we have a break and retest. Look at this, break and retest. Now, of course, I would like the retest here, down here, but the market could also do that. That's something that I would be willing to take. Is there a little bit of a change of character? Yes. Like right here, it will be breaking that, even though it will be to cover the gap. Come on, what's up with these tools? Even though it would be to cover the gap, it's still a change of character. But if I'm getting a rejection and a break of the candle in this direction, I would be willing to consider that. So there's no demand here. Was there a demand here? Nope. Right now on the 1 hour, this is not clear. I would just wait. This would be the only setup I would be waiting for. So yeah, 1 hour supply. So I don't really see myself doing much with oil right now. Let's look at the 15. Well, actually, there is an opportunity. There is a 15-minute demand. This demand I would take because, and I don't know if you guys were listening yesterday, but or whoever was here yesterday, I don't trade against setups, but I don't mind trading towards a setup. This demand would be trading towards this higher time frame supply right here. That I would do. I would be willing to take that setup. Like, yeah, I would be willing to take it. Why? Because we have a break of structure here. We have a break of structure here. And almost there. So I would be willing to do it. So I'm looking at that 15 at this point. And of course, you got to take what the market gives you. Of course, I want a 1 hour setup every day, but that's not going to come every day. The market is not going to give me that every day. Now, the only problem with this 15-minute demand is that we have resistance here. Look, like the market rejected this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So that alone lets me know I don't want to take this demand, this 15-minute demand. Now, would I take it as a 5-minute demand? That one is iffy. Like, it looks good on this leg, like on this market structure leg, and this is what I call it. I don't know, this is not a legit term, but when it comes to market structure, it's like I look at it as a leg. Like this market structure leg right now, it is going up. There is a demand setup here. But it is going against this. It is resistance. You cannot deny what you're seeing. I love this push. This push is beautiful, but we're getting resistance here. If I take emotion out, this is not a setup I want to take. That's not a setup I want to take. Even though this, like the setup itself, the pattern looks beautiful. The push, like if we're just looking at the demand setup isolated from everything else, this is beautiful. We got a huge push outside of the zone. We got the market coming back. It's beautiful, but when you look at the whole picture, the whole story, like, and I like how Vashti, like she says it, like price action tells a story. The candles, each candle tells you a story. So the whole group of candles also tell you a story. And this is telling you a story here. Every time the market came here, it rejected. Of course, at some point it's gonna break it. It's gonna break past that resistance. But do you want to be the one to find out? I'd rather take something past that. I'd rather take something here. Like once it breaks, goes up, comes down, and now when it's ready to go here, I'd rather take that. So 1 hour, again, talking about the 1 hour, going over my notes real quick. So yes, we talked about the time-based psychological edge. Like, you know, the 1 hour is telling you what's been going on during that trading session. You have more reliable market structure, break of structure, change of character. It's more reliable. It's cleaner. Like even here, like for example, look at this market structure here. So higher high, higher low, higher high, and this right here is just candles in between. Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now this right here is still a higher low, higher high, but now we got a change of character right here. So the market broke here. Now this is interesting. This is interesting. Look at this. We got a break and retest with a rejection. So sales might be coming in here. So we got that change of character. We got a break and retest. We got rejection. Now I might be interested in sales. Where are we at? 61? Yeah, and the market has been going into the 50s. I trade oil enough to know that the 50s, it's been actually going there a few times these past few weeks. Only thing I don't like is that oil did not take this high right here. It didn't take it, so there's nothing on the lower time frames that give me an entry right now. Yeah, I don't have a setup. I can't take it. Even if I want to take sales, I don't have a setup. I can't take that. So the 1 hour, again, more reliable market structure. The 1 hour is ideal for runners. We spoke about it. You can still scalp on the lower time frames while finding potential opportunities for big runners. Institutional footprint becomes visible. Of course, those big pushes that institutions make, you see them. You see them. This right here, that's an institution. This right here, an institution. These big momentum candles, these big pushes. That's institution. And I don't even have it fully large. Look for like these big candles, these momentum candles, right? So big push, institution, 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 and back test it. And kind of like see when the institutions are pushing the market. This is at 5 a.m., 5:05. Look at that. Another push right here, 3:25, London session. All of this, institutions. So what else? It is, let me see some of these points. The main thing is, so you could set alerts, right? And the alerts are gonna take more time to come. It's gonna take time between alerts. So like being on the 1 hour is great for people that have like that work, that have jobs. You know, I'm not saying you should be trading at your job, but I can't stop those people that are trading at work. I can't stop it, right? Especially if you're in an office. I know, like I have heard people that go to the bathroom, place a trade, then you know, like your manager might send you a message on Teams or something. You come out and you know you get an alert that I don't know, whatever. Like you might miss your take profit. You didn't close out. Now you lost your whole account. It happens, right? But if you work, like if you have a job that kind of like interferes with your trading session, you could set alerts. And on the 1 hour, you know, it's not as fast. So you could really like see opportunities, take them, and you have more time in between. You know, your setups and the entry, the close. And of course, you could actually just set your take profit, your stop loss, and forget about it. Like you could do that too. So any questions about everything that we went over here? Does this make sense? Like, and do you have anything to add to the topic? I don't know everything. Number one, I am not a guru. I'm going through my own journey. I'm sharing the things I'm learning. That's all I'm doing. I'm sharing the things I'm learning. Man, this setup is so freaking beautiful, but I'm gonna forward test it. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm hurting because it's a beautiful setup on its own, but I'm not gonna take it based on discipline. I can't take it. So I'm just gonna forward test it. If I see it win, it's okay. It's going against my rules, so you have to try your best to make trading be like as rule-based as possible. We're human, we break rules. I'm not telling you, like, listen, even traders that I have learned from, they're disciplined, but I've seen them break rules. I've seen them, honestly, like, so, but you gotta try your best. I'm not encouraging that. That's a bad habit, bad behavior, but we're human. If you break it, just the next time, you know, come back better. But any questions here? I'm quickly just gonna look at what everything else is doing, like gold. It looks like gold on the 1 hour is ready to fill this gap right here. At a very minimum, this gap. It's either that or it's gonna take the liquidity here and then drop. I would not go against the gap, so I'm not gonna lie. I like this 5 minute demand because there are gaps to cover. Only problem is we got 10 minutes towards the open. Yeah, yep, 10 minutes to the open, so it's not a setup I will take right now based on time, but it does have the potential of literally like closing those gaps. Nas on the 1 hour. It tapped a supply zone actually on the 1 hour. It has 38 minutes to break this candle or to invalidate the zone. So on NAS, I will be looking for sales here. I will put here 1 hour BOC, break of the candle. Now here, any other setups? Nope, not here. On the 5, nope, nope. I would actually start looking for supply setups here on this leg. Technically, this is a supply setup, not one that I don't like it too much because it has a demand setup right in front of it, and the push, like this red candle, did not push far out enough. But nevertheless, it's still there, so I like to be aware. And the demand setup right here. These two setups are against each other. I would not take any of them. And I'm actually I'm looking for opportunities now, like to trade. I didn't see an opportunity yesterday, so I did not trade yesterday. I have not actually took a trade this whole month. Like, it's been 15 days, so I'm dying to take a trade. And like I told you guys, I gave my live account a little break, right? I took a few losses that I was like, you know what? Let me wait until I keep funding it. So it has funds. It just is too low for my taste at that point. Like, it was just too low for my taste. And this could be like, for example, even if I had like 25K on my account, for example, if it went to 23K, like, that might be too low for my taste. And that's what I mean. So it's not about a specific number. This one tapped. Did it win? Almost. Look at that. Come on, look at this. Is why I am not trading NAS right now. Look at this. Like one tick away from take profit, right? One tick. Yep. One tick away from take profit, and he wants to play around. Look at that. This is why, like, right now I'm not trading NAS. It's literally right there. Now it's probably gonna win, but NAS is playing too much. I would have been mad because I set a limit order, so it just it closes me out. I don't have to worry about it. I'm not sure that would have got hit. All right, one moment. Okay, questions. This is the time for questions. Any advice for me? Do you guys have any advice for me? Like, I'm on this end right now, but I'll take advice. Any advice, anything you guys want to tell me? Even advice for the YouTube channel. Like, what do you want to see more of? I've been doing a lot of psychology videos. Now my live videos are adding up. So I think I'm kind of like balanced between psychology videos. And when I say psychology videos, it's trading psychology. That's mainly what it is. I share some of my stuff. I love vlogging. Like, I love vlogging, but I know that nowadays not everybody really watches your vlog unless they like know you to a certain extent. So I don't know. What do you guys want to see from me? Do you want me to like study something in specific to like help you out with that? I don't trade other markets, but I would not be against, like, for example, looking at crypto a little bit and not to switch over because I'm locked in. But let me know. I want to make sure that I'm bringing value to you. That's the main thing. Main thing is bringing value. Of course, listen, if you're not, so you see, I didn't even post my message here, but see, okay, they don't see it. Let's execute greatly today. All right. Boom. Listen, if you're not here, you are tripping. Like, join the family. I don't know what you are waiting for. we're here every day analyzing setups, like learning from each other. Like people are not just learning from me, I'm learning from everybody that's here too. We're helping each other out. This journey is lonely. Like being like a trader is lonely. Look, like right now, I'm just here by myself, but not really because I'm with you guys right now. It is lonely. So join the Discord, not because you're lonely, but because you have a set amount of people here that have, or you know, a set amount of skills that you need, right? The trading skills. Like, come on. It's people getting payouts. We got a few payouts. This Discord I've really started locking in on December. Like, and we got to like almost 100 like members. I got rid of half. Like people that were inactive, I got rid of half. So literally most of the people here are active in one way or another. I'm not saying you have to comment, you have to know, but like sometimes if you want to react to something, you could react. Like, but I will tell you, definitely join the Discord. Let's become great together. Like, this is the link. I'll share it here. If you're not on the Discord, you are tripping. It's only $29.99 a month. I spent way more than that on Chick-fil-A, and I always say Chick-fil-A, but they're not paying me. I wish they were paying me, but literally, I spent a lot more on that. I'm sure you spend a lot more on other stuff. So only $29.99. Why do I charge for that? Because everything else I put out is free. Like everything else, literally. On Discord, at some point I will be taking trades live. You know, I will be doing that, but mainly because we have a community of people. Like that's number one. Number two, whatever like I raise through this, it goes towards supporting the YouTube channel, it goes towards supporting the Discord, and it goes to supporting the live account that I'm trading. Listen, the name of the game is having large capital. If you don't have large capital, it's gonna be hard to make any money in trading. So of course, I'm looking for ways to grow my live trading account. So this is one of the ways. Like part of that goes towards that. And of course, as I grow my live trading account, I could teach you guys even more. I could share my struggles, like all of that stuff. So I'm transparent about everything. But the main thing is that most people are charging $70 for a Discord. Mine is only $29.99. So it's not a bad deal. So it's there for you guys. And that's pretty much all I got when it comes to the Discord. Any questions about the charts? Any questions about me? Like, do you have questions about me? Talk to me. I want to know any questions. Like, you could ask me anything. Like, you could even be wild. I may not answer it, but anything that you have been wanting to ask me. You want to talk about fake gurus, like any fake trading gurus? It's like, nah, I'm not gonna talk about bad about people, but I definitely would like to see an opportunity. And Nas is tripping. Good morning, Santana. How you doing, bro? I know you were on my live stream last night. Oh, talking about Santana. Yo, listen, I'm working on the trading course, and I know he knows. He knows because we were talking about it last night. I'm working on it. I should be out July 1st. That's the deadline. That is the deadline. Hold on real quick, because I don't know what this is going to show, but I'm definitely going to show you my, let's see, the course. I'm going to go over the course real quick. I'm working on it. My course is going to be free to you guys. Anybody that's on the live stream is going to be free to you. I'm not charging for that. Not for you, like not you guys. On Udemy, it will have a cost because they have their own like user base. So of course, if I could monetize something else that could go towards my live trading account, that's what I'm gonna do. And talking about that, like listen, a lot of people are trading prop firms. I don't like rules, like the rules of the prop firms, mainly because I passed a prop firm challenge, right? I blew the account being in profit. Right off the bat, I knew you cannot blow a live account if you're in profit. You cannot do that, right? There's no stupid rules, none of that. But what comes with having a live account? You have to fund it yourself. I have a whole family, right? Like, I got bills, I got everything, so I'm looking for ways. So yes, like, I use 10% of my income to put it in my life trading account. But whatever else I could do to bring money to that live account, I'm doing. So the trading, like this trading course, is gonna be free to you guys, right? It's gonna be free for you guys. It's gonna be free for you guys because you guys are here supporting. But on Udemy, if Udemy could get people to pay for it, and of course they're gonna get a lot of value. Like, there is a lot that I'm sharing here. Like, I'm working a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm working a lot. So if there's a way where I could at least monetize Udemy and get people to support the trading account, like, come on. I mean, what's the word for that? It's reciprocity. I think that's the word, reciprocity. Like, being, I can't, what's the word? Reciprocal. I think that's the word, reciprocal. Like, I'm giving out a lot. So if there's a way where I could help with the live account, that would be amazing. Why am I harping on that? Because I am not no fake guru. I am not no fake person. I'm going to tell you straight up what's going on. Now, if people want to get upset about that, that's okay. Like, because I'm being fully transparent. So, and a lot of people, I know that I'm giving so much value that a lot of people won't even mind because they know. They're like, okay, you're working for this, it's only fair. So, the course, real quick. I'm not going to go into all of the details. We're going to go, this is going to be for literally complete beginners. From like, you don't know anything about trading. We're going to set the expectations and the mindset. Trading fundamentals, terminology, like reading price charts like a pro, introduction to supply and demand, which is what I trade, but we're gonna go in like super specific detail. The A+ setup strategy, live chart breakdown, so you're gonna be also marking up zones and everything, practicing, building your trading plan. I'm gonna help you with that. Like, beginners, like a lot of you know how to do this, but the futures market, we're gonna go in depth about the futures market, trading tools and platforms, psychology and growth. Pretty much like I was saying last night, this is where you either make or lose money in your trading psychology. Back testing, forward testing, prop firms, common mistakes and how to avoid them, next steps, and course wrap up. Do you see anything that I'm missing? Am I missing anything? And if you don't see anything that I'm missing right now, or if you have any idea, like throughout the week, if there's anything else that you want to see in this course, let me know. This is a draft. I'm still working on it, so I might add things, I might take away things. I don't know yet. Like, I'm working on it, right? I'm going through that process. So, but that's the draft. It's gonna be free for you guys. It's gonna be free for my Discord members, so you don't have to worry about that. I know a lot of people have been burned. Listen, a lot of you have been burned. A lot of people have charged $4,000 for a course, you know, $1,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a course, but then they don't help you through the process. This is all I'm gonna tell you. This, me, yo, Javi. With me, you've been showing up every day, right? A lot of you are in my Discord. You see that on Discord, I'm there 24/7. Like, sometimes I might be sleeping, and if I see a notification, there's a question or whatever, if I could answer it, like, I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna answer it, right? I'm gonna do that. I help people, like I do. I'm not just gonna put out a course and not help you. I'm not gonna just have a Discord and not answer questions. I've been in Discords where, like, you're paying for that, and you don't even have the Discord owner, that trader, really helping you out. They got other people helping you, right? That's not me. I don't care how big the Discord gets. I'm gonna be there. But not only the Discord, the course is free to you guys, and any questions you have, bring them here, like, to the live. I look at the questions. Like right now, Santana said, do you know where I can paper trade after the course to practice? Yes. You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm even gonna tell you right now. Paper trade, you could do it on TradingView. You go here, and you know what? Let me make sure that I'm not logged in to my account, and I know I'm not showing the screen, so let me show you. Actually, easy. Here we go. Santana, if you could follow this right now, I don't know if you're on your computer, maybe you're not set up, but if you are set up, you can follow these steps. Paper trading, the futures market, go here on TradingView. If you don't know how to get to the charts, I'm gonna assume you know how to get to the charts. It should be the super charts, like on the home page, should be the super charts. When you get here, all you gotta do is go to the trading panel below. You see it right here, trading panel, paper trading. Click on that, click on connect. Now, I'm just gonna go here, just in case it shows personal information, and it doesn't. It went straight here, paper trading commissions up there, okay, got it. Look, and it starts you off with a $100,000 account, paper trading account. With this paper trading account, literally, you can start trading now. For example, if you want to sell here, you could just put it here. You could sell. Hold on. You could literally just click here and it will sell. I'm not gonna do it because I know I have my my account linked up. My Trade08 live account is linked, so I don't want to risk, like mixing it up. But you could just do it here. You could put the amount of contracts that you want, and you could either buy or sell right here. You could do it there, or you could do it here on trade. You click on trade and it'll bring up this platform. Units is the units of the amount of contracts. Make sure you click on market. Units, let's say 1 contract. The take profit and the stop loss. It'll do the math for you. Hold on, why is it showing like that? It shouldn't show like that, but oh, because it's paper trading. Okay, I got it. It's paper trading, so it's changing it up. But yeah, on paper trading, I wouldn't do it this way. Just do it here. It'll be easier here. On my live trading account, when you have a trading account, this really gives you more options, but not on paper trading. So just do it right here. Like anybody that wants to paper trade, that's how you do it. And listen, everybody, if you have any technical questions about TradingView, Trade08, I'll help you out. Like even on Trade08, like if you don't know how to get it to look clean like this, if you don't know how to put indicators, like any of this stuff, how to use, like for example, any of this what are they called, like widgets or whatever, like I could help you with this stuff. Literally, I could help you with the technical stuff. I work in IT. My job, I work in IT. That's what I do, right? I did troubleshooting for 5 years. So like when it comes to the technical side, and like I went to college for computer science, so the technical side, I could help you with that. Any questions, like I'm here to help you guys. Really, like this is why I'm doing the YouTube. Of course, I would like, and I'll say this, I would like to grow this thing so I could help as many people as possible. And of course, hopefully at some point, like the good comes back and it helps me continue build the live account so I could continue giving back. It's pretty much a cycle. I give, when I receive, I give back. It's just a cycle. So one more thing here. Don't leave me yet. Don't leave me yet. Hold on. I'm looking for this platform. Hold on. Here it is. I'm gonna have to look for the link over here. I'm here. I'll be waiting. If you guys have any questions while I look for this, if you guys have any questions, this is the time. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta show you this. I love this title. Look at this. So Tory Trades. I love, like, talking about YouTube specifically. Look at the title. Here's why I'm profitable and you're not. Yo, that title is crazy. Yo, like I'm just gonna like put it like in your face, like this is why I'm profitable and you're not. This is why I'm good and this is why you suck. That title is provocative. So yeah, that's a good title. Do I see myself using a title like that? I don't know. I don't like And she didn't do nothing wrong. It's a funny title. Would I use it? I don't know, because I feel like I would kind of like be shedding on people, but it works for YouTube. Like, that works. I could already see, even me, like, I think I'm gonna click on it and watch it later. So, but yeah, what I was looking for. Okay, should be here. Okay, perfect. Found it. Okay, so if you support the channel, if you support everything that's going on here, everything that I'm doing, if you want to see everything that's going on here succeed, so other traders could benefit, because of course, yes, this will benefit me with what, like I said, the live account. It will benefit me with the Discord, meaning I could actually start, what is it called, like boosting it, because this Discord, I'm not boosting it just yet, right? Whatever support, like if you guys want to support the channel, support the Discord, support my live account, my efforts, you could go here and I'll share the link. This is buy me a coffee. You could buy me a coffee. You could go here, buy me a coffee, and that will support everything that I'm doing. You could literally simply just enter an amount, name your social. I would, say something nice. I'll give you guys a shout out. If you don't want a shout out, you could just say it here. But because I know some people like to be anonymous, so this would be a great way to support the channel, my efforts, and everything that's going on. This is not required. If nobody supports it, I'm still gonna do it, because again, I just know that if I do good in the world, good is gonna come back. So, but I'm opening up the lines for all, like for anybody that wants to support, to do it. You could enter any amount, like I said, support, and yeah, that will support the channel, that will support everything that we have going on here. Again, I'd rather be extra transparent, and I'm out. I'm gonna be out right now, but I want to be transparent with you. Like, I know I keep repeating myself sometimes. I'm sorry about that, but I don't want anybody to say, yo, like he has ulterior motives. Like, no, I'm telling you straight up. So I hope you guys appreciate the honesty. If you guys don't appreciate it, that's okay, because you know how they say, this is my truth. I don't believe in my truth. But people say that the truth is just the truth, but this is my perspective. I'll say my perspective, the way I see things. So yeah, when you started, let me see. Santana, you said when you started, who were the people that you watched that actually helped you? I'm gonna tell you straight up, and I have to go, you know what? I'm gonna be straight up, and I'm gonna tell you exactly who they were. It was only 2 people. Well, 3 people. When I was first exposed to Forex, like literally exposed to Forex, that was a few years back. And I started learning. I went in for like a month and a half. Then I kind of got spooked and I stopped doing it. Because at the time, I was younger. I didn't think I had the maturity to really like do this and not be like gambling with it, right? So at that time, it was somebody that I knew personally, like in my personal life. So it was so that person, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm trying to remember the name right now. Let me look them up real quick. It was so long ago, and it was somebody from my church. I think their name was Alex. Let me see. Anyway, it was somebody in my personal life. I mean, most people won't know them because they're not on social media, but they literally exposed me to Forex. They explained the candles, supply and demand, right? I stopped doing it, and then actually it's 4 people. That was the first person. Second person, right before I lost my apartment. This was in 2023, right? When I lost my apartment, and I have the vlog is in my channel. When I lost my apartment, right? When I lost my apartment, actually the month before I lost my apartment, I knew what was coming. I knew what was gonna happen because my wife, she was not working at that point, of course. Like, she had just gave birth. You know, she wasn't working. It was just me. At the time, my job wasn't paying enough. Of course, I got a promotion after that. But at the time, I knew I had to do something. And I knew that my sister, like, she took Forex series, and she had a few withdrawals. Like it was like maybe like 1,500, like around there. She had a few withdrawals, and I knew about that. So I spoke to her and I said, you know what? So, and I gotta give her a shout out. This is my sister Joelis. I gotta give her a shout out because she got me back into Forex. Like I spoke to her, I said, I wanna get back. Can you like get me up to speed? And she told me about TradingView. I didn't know about TradingView. She told me about TradingView. She kind of like put me, she also told me about the Candlestick Trading Bible. That book was like, it was everything. The Candlestick Trading Bible. And they have the PDF book. I'm going to share that with you guys right now. Candlestick Trading Bible PDF. It's a PDF online. It's free. Right here. This one right here. This book, I toured it up. Like once she told me about it, I toured it up and I shared it. It's there in the comments. I ate it up, right? I ate it up, and this got me back on track. You know, it got me back on track. But then there were two people that were crucial in my development now. 2023, 2024. 2025, I'm solo. But 2023, 2024, two people. The first one was the Udemy course that I bought. And I got to give them a shout out to. I'm going to look it up right now because I'm not going to be the person that hides their sources. I kind of have a problem with that when people don't, like it's shady to me when people don't do that. I already told you guys, I'm only answering because my man Santana asked me. I usually don't like to use their name, mainly because I want to like get this off the mud. I don't want people thinking I'm using their name to to grow my YouTube. That's not, that's why I don't always say their name, but I will say it now because I'm being asked, and I do like to give credit where credit is due. So on Udemy, I'll tell you who got me. This person really got me to understand Forex, like to the T. And then there was another person who taught me strategy, but here we go. Oh, it's on my other account. I have two Udemy accounts, it looks like. Let me go on my other account. Just give me a moment because this is important. This is important. And you guys could look at the resources too. Like, I'm not stingy. I'm definitely not stingy. So log into a different account. Almost there. I just gotta do the whole MFA thing. The last person that I learned from, I learned strategy from them. Strategy, discipline, pretty much everything that makes you a great trader is really what I learned from them. So, okay, here it is. So I'm logging in right now. Okay. Oh, here it is. Listen. Okay, here it is. This course, like, really put me back, and I'll show you now. This was the course. So the complete foundation Forex trading course. And their name, let me see what their name is. At the time, I think his company was called Montreal Trading Group. I think he changed the name. I'm trying to find his name so I could give him his proper shout out.
My name is Mawson, and I'm going to...
Okay, he said his name. Mawson. I'm trying to find the spelling actually, so you guys could look him up too.
Complete Forex Foundation course.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn it up. Well, anyways, let me look him up on Instagram because I had him on Instagram. Mawson. Oh my gosh. Come on, where's your name? He said it, but I want to actually... Maybe if I go here. Okay, here it is. Mohsen Hassan. Right here. This is how you spell it. He's on Instagram. But this is the course. The complete foundation Forex trading course. Mohsen Hassan. I didn't pay that much. I forgot how much I paid. It wasn't that much. Might have been like $50. But this course was amazing. 8 hours, almost 9 hours. Articles, downloadable resources. Like, this is the course that got me, back into really trading, understanding everything. Like, I went through this course, I think most of it. So this was the course. And then after the course, I realized he speaks about strategies, just basic, but he doesn't go in depth into that. So then I knew I had to learn a strategy. At that point, I ran into the person that really helped me become the trader that I am today. And this person, you're gonna see them right now on the screen. Hold on. Let me pull them up. Let me pull them up. Let me know if anybody recognize this person. Now, the reason why I gravitated towards this trader is because, like, when you do your research, this trader is real. Like, he's not a guru, like a fake guru, like any of that. But you have to be really in his Discord to really see that he's not fake. Now, I just recently saw that most of his videos on YouTube, they're not monetized. So I know he's not really making money from, what the heck? Oh, I know he's not making money from like YouTube. Discord, yes, I know they're making money from Discord, but I was in his Discord and I saw him like trading, winning, losing, like all of that. So it's just having multiple sources of income. So this is the trader that I learned from. Let me see if you guys recognize him. I know he's gonna say the name. Right here, my man's Doyle Exchange. That's the person, the trader that helped me really like understand like how to, about having no trade days. Like, if you don't see a setup, don't trade. Discipline, supply and demand, liquidity graphs. I learned that from him. I learned literally all of the deeper stuff. I learned it from Doyle Exchange, because every Friday he has a webinar on his Discord and he answers you questions. He talks about setups. So literally all of the high level stuff in trading, I learned it from Doyle Exchange. All of the literally setups, confluences. Doyle, like, when it comes to that, he's the man. Like, and of course he shows a little bit of his lifestyle. So to me it's more motivational than like a lot of fake gurus. They do show the lifestyle, but it's like they're using that. They're not trading. They're just showing you that so that like you buy their Discord, you buy their course, and you buy their Discord, their course. That's how they're making all of their money, right? With Doyle, is he making money from Discord? Yes, but he's also making money from trading, and he has other investments. And I've seen it, like the whole trading stuff. He's trading live. You see that. There's no way to fake it when you're trading live. So, well, you could fake anything, but you gotta really be there to know, like, okay, this dude is a real thing. So, do I vouch for Doyle? I do. Like, and the lifestyle for me is just motivational. Like, for me, this is all motivational. Like, and you know what? It's been a little while since I go on his content, mainly because like I'm building myself now, my journey. So sometimes like seeing the Lambos and all that stuff and like just the lifestyle, sometimes it kind of like makes you a little bit, it makes you lose your patience in your journey. So right now I'm not looking at that type of stuff, but I respect them. Like, I respect Doyle 100%. Like, I give him all the, like, I can't give him all the credit because I've been putting in work. I learned from other people. I'm going through my own journey, but I do give him full credit for teaching me supply and demand, liquidity graphs, discipline in trading, and just showing me that it's possible. That if you lock in, you can really make this happen. And at the same time, I learned from him that he has a live trading account. Listen, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and I'm out. Doyle has a live trading account. He does not trade prop firms. So when I look, his lifestyle really comes mainly from trading his life account. Of course, now he has other investments, other things, of course that contributes, but that live trading account allowed him to really accomplish higher levels of success. So if he was my mentor, right? If he's the person that I was learning from and he only trades a live account, why am I trading a prop firm? That's me. That's me. That's how I see it. Do not be discouraged if you trade a prop firm. A lot of people get payouts, but I would say get your payouts, put it in a live account. Whatever you don't need in your personal life, put it in a live account. You could blow a live account though, be careful. But this is it. That's all I have for you. This is your hobby. The world is yours.